Hello everyone, Teacher here, and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about something that's maybe not that popular, but it's something that many people forget are there for a reason. So if you're ready, let's take a closer look. But before we get into all of that, or this is kind of like in the same area, I just want to quickly show my chapter 1 score. I did an improvement of roughly 200k. My previous best was around here. I think one time I did get this, but yeah, now I have improved. I got a pretty okay with my elves 970. I got that very quickly. I'm not in the mood for a lot of retemps. And my Haradrim got a very quick 900k, and my Road to Rivendell. God, what did my Road to Rivendell get? They get, sorry for the light, it's my secondary monitor, it's in light mode. They got 690k, so that's basically the increase. And then my Gondor Ranger, the real one, again they got around 750. And my last squad is now also doing difficulty free. So yeah, that is what it is, and that's pretty happy. And those rewards are really nice, and they lead me into the topic for today, and that is actually bottlenecks. And I was kind of coming up with the theme for today. I kind of want to take a little bit from CG perspective. You know, they might hire people at some point in the future. You never know. All kidding aside, though, the reason why I did decide on this topic was because in the extension of the Nerimir yesterday, as I showed, you should do this, and I finally went ahead and did it, and I leveled her abilities. So I figured I might as well do it for this video so you guys can see that I actually do what I preach and not just preach and let someone else do it. I really believe that is the best way of doing it. Same with talking about my raid squads. I believe the best thing to do is actually show you guys what I score or show you footage when I decide to record the raids, because if you don't put up anything to back up your claim, then I feel it kind of falls apart, and that is important for me as a new content creator. Maybe some people can get by with it due to having an established base, but I feel it's very important as a new one to be very credible in that regard. So, the bottlenecks that I want to talk about, we're actually going to cover all of them. First off is this here, your ability materials. Now, ability materials are a bottleneck for end game, so to say. That's difficulty free in some chapters and along the line. So one way you can get it, and probably the fastest way, is actually going in and doing this. This is really horrible. Normally, and I do my free refreshes a day, because I am a spender. I can do this if you are in one of the newer shards and you have a good payout and you don't want to save gems for marquees, then this is also a way, or you could maybe slot one of your free refreshes in here and just do one of each, because normally on a attempt I get between 18 and 24, like that's an X10. On a bad one I get 15, so 3 times a day plus the just what I get through the day through the free dailies that they give us and everything. I would expect me to get around more than 100 basically, or like anywhere between 80 to 120, I would feel. I don't write it down, I don't want to do the math on it. So that actually is quite good, because we also have the daily daily challenges, wondrous abilities, and here I get 99, so that's another 100. So that's basically roughly 800 a week, I would say I'm getting, which is pretty nice. So that's one bottleneck out of the way. Another one is gold, but we're gonna come back to that in just a moment. And then we're just gonna jump into a character here. We're gonna do Aelmer just because we can. So XP is another bottleneck that we have. Spenders get this one quite easily done through their marquees, the 5 stars, so there is a way to get out of that. Then they also get the gold. But XP is a bottleneck, but down the line it won't be a bottleneck anymore. Like, I am slowly getting towards the point where I just need my 5th team, And let's go ahead and look here. As you can see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 21. And I have some characters here that you can see are actually okay potentials to go up to level 60. So that's another bottleneck that I'm gonna finish at some point, and the only thing that will then make that become a bottleneck again is actually a lot of new characters or a big revamp or a squad needed for a raid. So, but that's not as likely, or it's the arena meta. But overall, you should be doing pretty well with 5 squads. At least I'm feeling confident in my squads. Haradrim, RTR, uh, Elves, and my Gondor range I think will be quite okay. So at least for raids, Gondor range, I don't know how good that will be in actual arena, but I have heard good things about a Boromir tank, full on Gondor, so that could be a good defensive squad there that you can't get through. There is that potential out there. So XP won't be that much of a bottleneck in the future. Gold, however, still remains a bottleneck, and that's actually what I wanted to talk about. Like, that's the main bottleneck. At some point, we didn't feel that gold really was a bottleneck anymore. It was the XP, because we saw the big XP increase. So you had the gold to spare on leveling up some characters or gearing them up. And now gold has kind of come back around. And this is going to be the controversial statement. I actually enjoy and like and support the fact that gold is a bottleneck. So before all the hate, I want to explain why. There are 4 bottlenecks basically. There's XP, there's gold, there's ability materials, and there are character shards. Character shards, we're gonna get that done eventually over time on your squad. That's just how it is. Then we have ability materials. It's a process. There's nothing we can really do except speed it up. Maybe if they change something, we can get it, but other than that, it's one that will just over time eventually also get dealt with. Then we have gold, and we're gonna leave that for the end. So then we're gonna jump over here and say we have XP. XP at some point won't be a bottleneck anymore, because that's just how the game progresses. So of course, very free to play, like very light spenders or entirely free to play, will still have these bottlenecks, but they won't hurt you that much. And that's also why, again, I started off in raids. Raid is the best way to get your gold and XP bottlenecks sorted. So what does CG have to do? Because CG needs to earn money, like they are the developers, and they need to do something. So honestly, I would rather that we stay with something that we already know, which is a gold bottleneck, because there's a lot of ways to get gold. We have offers for those light spenders, and at some point then gear, as you get to gear 7 or 8, which is the free-to-play area, like gear 9 is free-to-play, but it's very lengthy. So gold has to come back around and be relevant, and it also diminishes the bottleneck as we level up characters to 6 or 7 stars, so we are allowed to stockpile. Again, a raid, I believe I get around 600 per raid with the chest. Not chest 4 yet, but that doesn't change anything from chest 3 and gold wise. So, and then if we count factor in everything else, I'm getting again 1.2, 1.3 million gold per week. That's 2 7-stars and a 6-star, like from their respective previous star rank. So the fact that it is gold that we have to use to actually get the glyphs up and running, and the cost isn't really as expensive as some people might make it out to be, because again, remember, we can swap them around. They are not exhausted for raids. It will hurt our arena team, so you have to remember to swap them back on there. That's okay, because you can sorta have a save feature with your favorites. But that's just my point to say I'd rather stick with a bottleneck that I know and that I have a reasonably well way to deal with. Like gear, when you get your team to gear 8, that's basically done, and you can leave it. Abilities work in hand with gold, so does XP and leveling up your characters. So instead of adding something new currency that I have to focus on getting and split my time and make very limited, I can actually just say, okay, gold, I have my raid teams, which will probably be my multi-PvP teams. Where do I need to spend my gold to get the biggest return and see my raid score increase, because that then gives me more gold and XP back, and that alleviates those bottlenecks. So overall, gold, I like the fact that it's gold that we have to use, and then we have to, for 6 to 10, we have to use the spell scrolls like enchantment, illusion, and sorcery. But overall, I really like it, and if you don't blow through all your gold every time, like, just go with the flow and steadily you will stockpile. Like, I was at 1.3, then I did my Naramiri as I said I would, and now I'm at 800k, and I know I will get 120 from the adventure tomorrow. Then I, as a spender, will get some back from the marquee event when that starts. I believe that is tomorrow. Yeah, it is tomorrow that it starts. So overall, that will just be really amazing, and I really think CG are going in the right direction, so keep it up. Another shout out I actually do want to make to CG and basically everyone, like those who've been with the game from the start. I love the fact that the login calendar is like this. It should have been like this to begin with, because the XP and the gold was a joke. It honestly was. There's still some things that could be better, and I believe as the game gets older and we want to help new people, then these values will be adjusted. But CG are listening, like to Pep, everything, they're really, really listening. Now, they need to add some new shards. I hope they do that soon, because after you have Feely at 7, you don't get any more shards. I believe you still get 5 Feely shards, and that goes into the 7-star shop, but yeah. So those were the bottlenecks. Also, I would love to see more quests added to the game. They were actually really, really fun. The way you would kind of unlock them sometimes was really interesting. And another thing, yeah, like again, they're working on things. Okay, let's just get this. Red leather book. That is to Pep. Oh yeah, I might actually start buying those. But at the moment, I'm saving in the hopes. Like, I'm slowly buying Legolas, and then I'm hoping a new character will get added, and I can spend on that. Otherwise, I'll probably go for the blossoms when they pop up. Here, as I said, I will. I got my Halberat to 6-star, so I spent a little bit, but now I'm trying to save to the max until we get new info. Here I'm buying Biffer just in case I need dwarves, and also I have the other ones built. I don't believe this down here is worth spending on. It's just the return is not good. I would rather have a character at 7, because that opens up my choices more than these things are down here. This one, at the moment, the only real thing that has been worth it in here was the Halberat. So yeah, and then I buy here. I always buy the crystals here, like, and I buy focus essence, because focus essence is one of the only things that is hard to farm on a node. Like, the resist is on Gruho the Brute. You have defensive on Nuras just beside, and you also have it over in the light, and then you have health and damage, the sword essence, you have those on your light and shadow crystals. So overall you can farm everything, and that's why I buy my focus essence, and I could also buy it here. Like, I would maybe buy some crystals if I need to. Don't buy these. I would rather go a little bit gem, spend on that to get 5. But other than that, I would go down here and get my health and my damage essence, so I have a very, very good stockpile. So overall, I really like the game. The bottlenecks aren't that major of an issue for me, I feel, so I hope they won't be that for you as well. And enjoy, relax the game, and over time we will handle the bottlenecks, and then CG at some point will introduce another one, and then we will have something to complain about probably because we don't like change. People don't like change. But for the time being, the bottleneck for the glyphs, we know it, and I'm really looking forward to glyphs so I can actually increase my score in raids and just have a ton of fun in the game. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Drop a comment down below, leave a like if you like this, and in the comment, let me know your thoughts on these bottlenecks and gold, and I'll see you all in the next video.